pay with blood, not gold.
Shao Kahn demands both.
Fight!
Kollector in the house, guys. Oh. Those hands. Ugh. Whoa. Damn.
Fatality. Kollector wins.
I think it's already dead. Kollector, okay, so he collects coins. Okay, I didn't expect him.
There we are.
Starting off with something
It looks
hot.
pretty cool.
Starting out
but-
hot. That is Kollector.
Kollector, a
Yep.
brand new character.
Brand new
First name
kid.
the, last name Kollector.
First time seen in a Mortal Kombat game.
Yes.
You may have seen him in some of the story trailers we had.
That
in the-
Fatality reminds
some of those
of
scenes, but
Melina
that
one.
is the character right there, Kollector.
Or
Steve,
she-
let's
like
talk about
this.
how he. What do you want to start with?
Let's
Lots
talk
to talk
about
about.
his lore, because he's a brand new addition.
Okay.
Oh,
A
yeah.
new race.
I wanna
He is
know
from
lore.
a six-armed race called the Nagnata, and he is new to the game and new to us, the viewer, but he's actually an older character in terms of lore. He's an old-time Shao Kahn guy.
Yep.
He was a long part of Shao Kahn's regime back in the day, and his job was to be
The Kollector.
literally the collector.
Right.
The Nagnata, they don't use typical like names. They're actually, their vocation is their name. That's how kind of loyal to their job they are. And he was the tribute collector. He would go from village to village, and you have to pay tribute, essentially like a taxman or
Sure.
a mafia enforcer for Shao Kahn. And if you want to see how he connects to the present day in the Kotal Kahn regime, you got to play story mode, but that's kind of his backstory. He's a very greedy guy, and a lot of Shao Kahn minions are like people that he created or people that he enslaved. This dude's all in. Like you can see in his intros and all that, he's gleefully happy about his job.
And he's got some cool little trinkets in there too.
Yes, that shines into his gameplay. Is
What, are we going too fast?
Well, no, we need to talk about. We have to call that was a Steve's lore minute.
Oh, 6 more minutes. That doesn't get any better.
It was we.
Okay.
Actually, those like
I
a
think
minute.
this gameplay is
finally.
kind of
We're-
boring,
Maybe even
guys.
longer.
We do a
He
lot
only
of
has
Steve
like
lore,
that
30
thing in his
seconds.
hand.
Right,
Yeah.
nice.
But you round up.
Yep.
That's
So
like
he is
whatever.
all in on what he does, and there are like as you get the game, you're going to see some of these trinkets are going to be kind of fun to watch.
And that's exactly what he does in his gameplay. He collects swords, maces, artifacts, magic spells. So you can see he actually has this little backpack that 2 of his arms hold, and he can pull out pretty much anything our designer art team could think of. He
Right.
can pull out of it.
And he doesn't have just 4
Like?
arms. He has 6.
CS6, yes.
6?
Yeah, because if you can see we'll show you in a second. The backpack he's holding is being clutched very close to
by his
themselves.
little
with-
baby arms.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
little tiny arms.
His little T-Rex arms.
I only saw 4.
So just archetype-wise for characters, when people like if you're looking to play the Kollector, what kind of player plays him?
This is a tough one.
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
When I was learning to play him for the stream, I couldn't nail it down myself because he's so eclectic. He's so interesting. He has a little bit of everything. And then I realized it really shines in his personality. He is a collection of different archetypes. Like he
Right.
got some zoning, some counter zoning, really good mid-range, good mix-ups. He has a command grab.
Yeah.
He has some trap-type moves.
He's kind of got it all.
Bye-bye,
Yeah,
Spam.
he really does have, like, because he has so many different little weapons and artifacts, it's a little bit of everything.
So we talk about like the master of none type situation.
Yeah.
Like he has a lot of things he can do well.
He has a big umbrella, like a big toolkit.
Awesome. I think we should. You want to go into him?
Yeah, let's go straight into it. So one of the really neat things about...
Oh, turn him around real quick.
Yeah, you can see his little backpack.
And you see
Baby arms.
the arms just like clutching it super close to him. Yeah.
Ew.
So he uses his arms
Oh.
and his weird little legs in all of his normal attack. I'm sorry, but
His
they
legs seem to be normal size.
no, but the way his knees are and his little feet.
All right.
Like you can see here, he's literally throwing different stuff from his backpack.
And I love how like fluid all the arms are. Too,
Yes,
right? Like,
it's so cool how they work together. He has a lot of two-player animations, which are like grapple moves.
Which
Poor
Tyler
Jax.
loves.
Yeah. So he's almost like a hybrid grappler in a weird way.
I like two-player animations because the other player
Like go to a gun.
can't do anything.
Sun,
I love
god.
this one because of the weird way he gets down on his knees
Lays
like
down.
that. Yeah.
I think his vitality
definitely
could have
has a
been more
very
interesting with the 6 hands.
Yeah,
Because we
it's,
haven't really
right?
used.
Or
it's not like a
maybe we have to
traditional
be patient
martial
and
art at
wait for
all.
the second
Just
vitality.
I'm gonna
It's
throw
gonna be
everything I
even
got at
sicker.
it,
Yeah,
right?
it's like this is a sweep. His hop attack, so you can see it's this mix of weapons and magic.
Yep. See, we're on the same page today.
He is a very unusual character, which I think is neat.
Cool. So, what should we start with? Base
Let's start with base specials. So the first one is you can see the little mace he has attached to a chain. He has this really long range kind of projectile move, and he can actually
Ooh.
charge this up.
I'd hate to interrupt you for a second. Could you go back for a second?
So do you do more
Even though this seems to
damage
be a Tarkot
or
and
more
War
range
camp, there's a
when
beautiful
you
rainbow back
recharge?
there.
Yeah,
There's a
that,
beautiful rainbow.
Beauty can happen anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
so he can actually cancel out of it, which is another thing he can do. He has a couple moves that he can cancel, and if he fully charges it, you get a big old crushing blow.
And it's going to take about a second to fully charge that too, so you're vulnerable the entire time.
Right, you're vulnerable the entire time, which is why the cancel's pretty decent.
And it's fun for me to hear that crushing blow situation because as we play more and more, we're all sharking for crushing blows more, and like that's cool to know. Yeah.
Can you duck it?
All right, so another move he has is this move, which is actually a projectile absorb.
Yeah, I saw it in the gameplay.
I picked Jax, which probably wasn't wise because he doesn't have a normal projectile, so I gotta wait.
You got this, Steve.
I totally am this. This is so bad because of the heating up his arms. All right, here we go.
Wait.
There
you go.
So he absorbs a projectile, and the neat thing here is if he amplifies it. Okay, this is it for serious. If he amplifies it,
Ooh, you got
he
it.
gets this orb that he can follow behind,
What's up?
and he can use that to force them to back or to block, and he can use that
He's
in
forcing
setups.
movement, yeah.
Exactly, right. So you're trying to zone him, and then he actually flips it back, stops your zoning, and then zones you. Another move he has is
Even
this
collects your
charge.
projectiles.
I did not think of that, but that is super clever. This is like his combo ender. You're going to end a lot of your juggles with it. You can amplify it to do additional damage. And finally, he has this bola attack, which he tosses this. If you amplify it, he's going to get a capture state, so he gets a combo. And he can also hold this like his mace, and he can actually cancel it if he wants. He can cancel forward or just out of it. It's pretty good. It's a little bit on the slow side, but obviously that's one of his main combo starters. So that's kind of his base moves. It's a lot of, I actually say farther than mid-range, and a lot of stuff that's not your typical move. You know, again, cancels, absorbing moves. He's pretty unique like that. So let's go over some of the loadouts I made.
I think
Let's
it's the
see what you
least
got.
The first thing I gave him is up mace.
interesting
which acts
character, guys. For
similar
me.
to the straight mace, but it goes up, which is why
It
I
looks
called it up
really
mace.
cool what he has, like the
Right.
The same-
anti-air and that.
The same rules apply. He can charge it, cancel it, and you can see visually it looks
What is
really
that
similar.
So
called?
then you don't know if he's
Projectile?
going to do
No.
the up or the straight. It's a little mindy.
Exactly, which adds to the since you can cancel both, so they
Now,
don't
does the
know.
up have a crushing blow?
It does not. Another move I added is a command grab.
Yeah.
I love that. Can you amplify that, Steve?
You cannot, but it does have a crushing blow, and that
Use
is
underwhelming.
What are the
honestly,
requirements,
I'm not
Steve?
just
Give it to
saying
us.
for
this.
punishing
Yeah,
a
same.
roll. So a wake up roll is invincible,
Right.
except against throws. So
It kind of looks like Scarecrow.
if you
bro.
read throw,
Also with the color and
wake
also
up roll,
like the jumps,
you get a crushing blow
the way you move.
into a pop-up.
Nice.
You know, it's funny when I first read some of the things where it's like you had to punish, wake up, roll. I was like, well, that's
teleport.
not going to happen very often. The more we play and the
Damn.
more we roll,
Yep.
I'm like, nope, that's going to happen a lot because
Yeah.
it's such a great corner maneuver.
Yep.
The other thing I gave him is a teleport. Cool. This is super fast, has really good recovery, and this is a great addition for his mobility, obviously. So, you know, if
Yeah.
you were playing a matchup where you're getting zoned out and the absorb is just too slow to get out, or he's getting overwhelmed, you know, you can use the teleport to get in. You can also use it for like setups.
And he has different variations of the teleport, right? So you can get behind them, in front of them, stay in place, I think.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's super, super fast. It's like the old school raiding teleport. Let's go into his fatal blow before.
we show the throws yet?
I think so.
Let's just do it just in case.
Did that. Okay. Did you back throw as well?
So he uses two things.
We did. But still, throws are cool.
Why aren't his
cool.
arms
Like,
on this
that was it.
lower verso? I thought the same thing.
My vote for Armor's Brutal.
It is.
It's kind of like
I
Goro,
just
right?
love the blood outside.
I love Jackson's
Look at
face.
the.
during the
Ah,
combat.
you guys
How
see
he's
his
smiling
face
at
whenever
the
he
sound.
just
Yeah,
like
that's-
cuts him. It's like haha.
It's okay.
That's
Yeah,
very,
Jess is fine.
evil.
All right, so
expression.
let's go over one more loadout.
All right.
And I
Is
made
it-
this
did
a
everything go to some
zoning
animation
loadout.
when he has
Okay.
fatality?
Again, because he
Yeah,
can do
true.
everything.
Right. So the first one I would
A
use.
scarecrow.
You have
just
teleport, then you get in, and you start doing command grab mix-ups. This one,
Real quick, though. Just look at the gilded stuff he has collected.
Citrian and
over
Gyros
time.
are cool. Yeah,
he
I
has
find them
some
way more
really
interesting
cool
than
gear. Really,
Kollector.
the
Hey.
maces are the coolest. He's got like
Ugh.
one is literally like a brain.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Those
I
heads,
think one's
guys.
like a small skeleton or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's the one that I like. he
Yeah,
has
yeah.
one that's covered. It's
I don't like
full of
spiders, so he
eyeballs.
kind of
You can-
reminds me of
the
a
art
spider.
team, because he's
Am I the only one
anything
here?
from Outworld. You can see they were like, "What about a brain on a chain?" And they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, absolutely, that makes sense."
But that brain needs to have spikes, of
Yeah.
course.
So the first thing I gave him is a projectile. He can do it in the air or the ground, and it'll do dot damage and actually keep these flames on the ground.
It seems like, I mean, you can almost build like a pool of
Yeah.
magic, right?
And the recovery
does
is
it
pretty
do?
good, and he can do close, medium, or far.
You're just covering the
He's
fight line.
Jax. I love that he's just still getting pumped,
don't
even though
care.
he's on
He doesn't
fire.
care.
That's MK.
Oh, let's look at the backpack. Oh, well, maybe we can. Moving on. All right. I'm
You
over
can
it.
see it's got a skull on it. It's pretty metal.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool backpacks, too.
So then I gave him a chakram. This replaces his bola, and it is significantly faster. The trade-off is he cannot
Yeah, the
charge
stage
anymore,
looks
cancel
cool.
out of it.
Sure.
But this is awesome because the meter burn puts him in a capture state.
Someone
And this
mentioned
has
like
to be
that
one
female
of the
Tarkutan
fastest
can be
projectiles that
Melina.
does a capture state.
He's
Okay.
here at the
Ever
background,
been
at
in
the
Okay,
left.
they're there for a while. They're caught for
Bra
just
thing?
about a minute. You can dash up and get into that.
Yeah, like a really common scenario is he'll do it from literally full
I'm happy for you,
screen,
David.
and if a
I'm
projectile
happy for you.
trades, he still has time to go in and get a combo. It's awesome. So you're not
He's
going to
either
have
spider
like the
or
meta
Barney
game of
6
canceling
arms
it
for
and charging it,
Goro.
but
Like
it's just
a
straight up,
puzzle.
you can't go wrong. If you're willing to commit to the amplified, it's an
That sounds
awesome
so
combo
weak.
starter. And it actually has a crushing blow, and its requirement is tied to another
Maybe
move.
we're gonna
So
even
if
like him
they
more
are on
in
fire,
like
and he does
in
the
the story.
chakram,
Hey.
you get that crushing
That
blow,
is cool.
which gets a pop-up. So his projectile, without amplifying it, if it's a crushing blow, gets a big pop-up into a combo.
So he's kind of like Aaron Beck, but
Is
for
that basically it for
Shogun,
this?
That
right?
is basically the collector.
Bounty,
He is a
And granted,
Collecting.
there is more to the collector, but we have so much we got to go through
We
here
waited
today
9
that
days
we
for
wanted
this.
to kind of touch on it and keep moving forward.
Right.
Gotta hold my feeling, I don't know what's right. I'll find the best way, I think that I might. I know you